Hey y'all, it's Janine. I am sorry I am so late getting this video out. I know I didn't put a December favorites out. It was because I was trying a lot of new products and I wanted to make sure that I could give you an accurate account of how good the products were and how well they worked. So this is going to be kind of a December and January favorites combined. And I'm going to dive right in because I have a number of products I want to show you. I know I talked about this in my e.l.f. haul video, but I just really can't say enough good things about it. As you'll see in my latest January eye looks video, there's a lot of clips of me wearing it, and that is the e.l.f. Basic Eye Edition Encyclopedia with all these wonderfully beautiful shadows in it. It's just endless, the number of looks that you can create with it. Another one that you see a lot in my videos is this from LA Colors. It's a 12 color palette, and the palette name is Traditional. And there again, there's just no end to the number of looks that you can create with these. You can do a really natural eye look. You can do a kind of a brown natural smoky eye look with it. It just goes on and on and on. I've been using it quite a bit. Got it at my local dollar store, probably around $2, but I've also seen it in a number of other color palettes in the same, 12 colors on cherryculture.com, and I'll put a link for that below. Another one that you see a couple of times on the eye looks video, and there was no name for this color palette. I got it at Walgreens during the holidays. And this is what it looks like. I can tell you the only thing I'm really using out of this palette is the eyeshadows. I don't find the lipsticks, lip glosses, whatever they are, all that great a quality, kind of greasy feel. And I haven't really experimented with these blushes yet. They're pretty, I just haven't used them. But I can tell you I'm really enjoying all the different eyeshadows in here. And they make some nice looks. And I got this for $2 at Walgreens during the holidays. The other thing I've been very happy about, took a lot of comments and suggestions on pressing loose pigment mineral makeups because I had a number of different eyeshadows I wasn't using because they were so messy to use. So I got this palette case and the pans off of eBay, and I used the Easy Prez from Coastal Scents, and I pressed my mineral eyeshadows, and I have been so happy. And this case came with a little plastic sheet that goes over it, so I wrote the names of the colors on it so I wouldn't forget what they were if I ever wanted to reorder them. But they're just the prettiest colors from Bare Minerals. This one here on this end is called Peacock. It's a beautiful green. It's nice and shimmery. I just love it. And this one here, the Rose Radiance, is what I've been using for a blush. And this one, the Warmth, is what I've been using as a contour powder. But they are just beautiful. So that's ended up being one of my favorites for December and January. And on to eyeliners. I've been trying a number of different eyeliners, trying to find something that would have lasting power on my waterline. And these were all claimed to be waterproof, and they did well, but really didn't hold up on the waterline like I was wanting, but did excellent on as a liner on my top, on my lid. So I have Maybelline Unstoppable and Espresso, and just a pretty brown. And I have Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in Deep Ocean. This is a beautiful blue. And these are all, I've found that I do have a couple of Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeliner pencils, but I'm really enjoying the twist up ones. But this one from Rimmel came with a little sharpener in the end, so if you need a finer point, and it also has a smudger. And they all fit in the end like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. And this is NYC Waterproof Eyeliner Pencil in Teal. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color green. This one is not a twist up. This was one that does have to be sharpened, but it is beautiful. Great staying power, great color payoff, and was really, really inexpensive. And let's see, the one from Maybelline, oh, nope, sorry. I thought they all had smudgers on the end, but nope, just the one from Rimmel had the smudger on the end. And the Rimmel, the NYC, and the Maybelline were all really greatly priced. I was very impressed. They were, I think the most expensive one was $6. So that was awesome. And I've gotten a lot of questions from the videos that I post with my eye looks, which are just photos that I put in a video format. But I get a lot of questions about my eyelashes. And my go-to mascara is CoverGirl Lash Blast. And this one's in Very Black. This is the one that you see in most of my videos. It's the waterproof. And I went ahead and got the Lash Blast in Very Black, and this is the one that's volume. The biggest difference between the two is really the brush. This one has a really large brush, and you see the end of it's large. And I love this one. Really, this is my favorite because the brush distributes so much product on the lash, but still has the little tiny bristles on it that separate the lashes. And I find that I don't have to use more than 1 or 2 coats of it to get a really good coating on my lashes, and they really stand out. And of course I curl them before I apply the mascara. And this one has a much skinnier brush and doesn't apply as much product, so I find that I have to go over it 3 or 4 times to build the lashes up and get that same look. But what I like about this one versus this one is this one's easier to get on my lower lashes with the smaller wand, whereas this one I have to be very careful and work with it very slowly, or I make a mess. But let me tell you about their waterproof. It is waterproof. I actually went to this one to get away from the waterproof for every day because it can be a little bit difficult to remove. I have to really go over it a couple of times with a makeup remover to get it off. But if you're looking to go to the beach, go swimming, sweat a lot, going to be outdoors, I mean, you name it, this one and the waterproof is going to hold up for you under those conditions. But for everyday use, I would recommend not using the waterproof. The really biggest reason I got the waterproof is because my eyes have a tendency to water a lot in the outer corner, and I find that the non-waterproof CoverGirl Lash Blast holds up just fine under those conditions. So that's my opinion on that. Throughout the entire month of December, I wore this nail polish. It is Hard Candy, Just Nails nail color, and the color is Beetle. And it is what I would call a dual chrome color, because in some lights it'll look purple, in some lights it looks green, and some lights it looks gold. And it was just a lot of fun through the holidays wearing that color. And actually got the idea for it from Emily Noel, I think 83, on YouTube. She's great. And for lip products, my favorites for both December and January were the NYC. Let's see what they call them. Smooch Proof Long Wearing Lip Color. And this one is in color 481. It's a pretty pink color. Really nice on my skin tone. And then I went back and got this one because I was looking for something maybe a little bit more neutral in the brown family. And this one is number 482. And they both have the color on one end and then the clear gloss on the other end. And long wearing lipsticks like this can generally be, well, I say expensive. To me, they're expensive at $8, $9, you know, on up. And these were in the neighborhood of $4 to $5. And I found that they did wear for a long time. The glosses made them nice and soft. Just can't say enough nice things about them. They were really wonderful. And then I know I talked about in my e.l.f. haul the e.l.f. glosses that I had gotten. I love them. They are so wonderful. I'm using them to death. Okay, and again from my e.l.f. Haul video were the cream eyeshadows that I had gotten. I don't wear them alone. I do wear them as a base under other eyeshadows because I do find that, you know, since I am using a lot of drugstore eyeshadows, they do have a tendency to be chalky and have fallout. And I have found that pairing them with the cream eyeshadows, putting the cream eyeshadow on first and then the powder eyeshadow on over it, has made my drugstore eyeshadows so much easier to work with and still very blendable. So I'm really enjoying, these were only $1 a piece for a duo, and to use them as a base under powder eyeshadows, they're awesome. Really, really enjoying that. And the last thing on my favorites for December and January, I'm going to show you a picture of it because I disposed of the bottle. I got this from Sephora. It was $12 plus shipping, and it was the Makeup Setting Mist. And the reason I don't have the bottle, I still have the product, but I didn't like the way the bottle sprayed. It was a heavy spray, and it distributed too much of the product on my face. But as far as a makeup setting spray goes, in comparison to others, I know there's one by Urban Decay, there's one by Kat Von D, there's Model in a Bottle, and Makeup Forever that I'm aware of all have makeup setting sprays that are between $25 to $30. And that's really expensive for me to spend on one makeup item. But this one by Sephora works really great. I noticed I do have oiliness in my T-zone, but then on my cheeks and where I have rosacea, generally has a tendency to be dry. So I do still have a little bit of oil shines through in my T-zone in the middle of the day. But I find that just using a blotting paper takes care of that. But as far as it helps, it does really help my makeup stay in place. I was noticing before that my blush would fade before the end of the day. And with the setting spray, it doesn't do that. But I did have to transfer it to a different bottle because I like the mister on this one. It was a Calgon body spray that I had used up. So I cleaned the bottle up and transferred the setting spray into it because I do like the mist. It's a much finer mist. It doesn't put as much of the product on my face, and it sets faster. And I do find that if you use too much of it, of the setting spray, that it doesn't change the consistency of my makeup, but it does make it feel different. It feels cakier and almost grimy. So it really is better in a finer misting spray bottle because it delivers a smaller amount of the product. So I still get the wearability without having too much product. But there's my favorites for January and December. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment me. And peace and love to all. Hope you have a great February, great Valentine's Day. Hope your honey's really good to you. Bye, y'all.